What is up, my beautiful Libra fam? It's your girl Gemma Jade, and I am here to read your oracle cards for the month of September 2021. Just want to note a few things first of all, in my opinion, oracle, like tarot, is timeless. So while I'm doing these cards and this reading for the end of August and the month of September, think going forward about 3 months. If this doesn't resonate with you, maybe it wasn't your message. I would also really urge you to check not only your sun sign, Libra, but your moon and rising signs as well. For example, I'm a Pisces sun, a Libra moon, and an Aries rising. So when I watch astrology on YouTube, which I do and often, pretty much every week, I watch Pisces, Libra, and Aries because it gets a more complete picture of the entire situation at hand and what's going on. And that is especially true in tarot, but it's true with oracle reading as well. This is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. Please take what resonates and leave the rest, and also take it how it resonates, right? So if I'm talking about a third-party situation, where in business, your boss brings in someone to replace you without even telling you, but you're dealing with a romantic relationship where there's a third-party situation. Obviously, your message is a little bit different than what I said, but it's in the same line of thinking. Also, I was just compelled to do this like a week ago, so excuse the background. I do have something really awesome coming, a setup for when I do the oracle readings, which I'm going to be doing once a month. So Libra, I have about 7 or 8 card decks, and they're all pretty much new. I have been practicing with them and getting to know them. This is the first time the vampire deck came up. I meditate over all of the decks and see which one comes up for each reading, and this one was meant for you this month. So let's see what we have here. I read from the book for now until I get to know the cards a little better, but I do pick up a lot of intuitive messages from the cards after going through the short message in the book. So these messages will be pulled from spirit guides, spirits, ancestors, angels, and even spirit animals come through sometimes in certain decks. Not so much with this one, but maybe a little bit. So let's see what the universe and the cosmos wants you to know, Libra, going forward for the end of August 2021 into the month of September. Messages for my beautiful and balanced Libra, please. My Libra peeps. All right, Libra. Let's do this darn thing. Your first card, Libra, is prey, stalked, invaded, and watched. Your second card is transmission, spreading of conditions, influence, and impact. And finally, knowledge, study, learning, and education. Looks like an interesting read. Let's go. Card number 31, prey. When one is hunted in your time with your people, you are often unable to identify what is happening. The veneer of civility that covers us all, even us, especially us, helps us appear kinder than we are. Some people are hunters, and that makes others prey. In your culture at this time, there is a theory that those who are harmed or hurt have somehow attracted that to themselves. Oh, how the hunters love this argument. For it is a way of saying that the prey is offering itself up, and this is what we have come to warn you of. We have come to tell you that there is one who sees you as prey and they see themselves as the hunter. And the more they can persuade you that you wish to play this role and that it is your fault, the more powerful they become. This card comes forth when one has been groomed to be hurt. There are many examples of abuse and monstrosity in your world amongst humans. And often it is the one who is most close to you who will take what is most precious to you. Do not become prey and do not agree to this hunter being invited by you. The victimization they are visiting upon you has not been invited by you except through circumstance. There is no contract that means this must play out. If you feel this is wrong, speak up and speak out. Being hunted, being preyed upon is not something you must take the responsibility for, nor must this play out. You can change the script in the hunter's head. You can change the outcome. You can refuse to become prey. You can play this game quite differently to the script they have handed you. In fact, you need not play the part at all. You are able to take a stand, and you are strong, clever, and powerful. It is time to stand up to a bully or to one who wishes to blame you for their own bad behavior. You did not attract the circumstances you find yourself within. You have a great deal more power than they wish for you to have. There are lies and manipulations taking place to make you accept the circumstance. You can change this and say clearly, no, this is not right and this is not for me. Do not allow yourself to be prey for another's hunger. Do not refuse to help yourself or fall into patterns of victimhood. Take good advice. Demand what is yours by rights, including your innocence, and be strong in the face of the ones who would devour you. You cannot always win, but the greatest battle you face at present is the one within you that says, I give up, nothing ever goes my way. It can and it will when you believe you are worth fighting for. So you're going through a pretty tough time right now, Libra, and this is kind of saying that there are certain people in your life who you kind of have come to expect to help you. You know, maybe a family member that you're really close to, or a significant other that you expect to come and help you and get this kind of stalker, this hunter off your back, whatever it is, to help make the situation better. And this person is only making the situation worse. And this is all coming intuitively now. There is someone in your life who is highly manipulative, who makes you feel like everything is your fault. You have no right to ever be upset about anything. And the thing is, Libra, you avoid confrontation at all costs. Not calling you out, I'm a Pisces sun and Libra moon, so I do that. I do that, believe me. But this is not the time to curl up and die. This is not the time to curl up in fetal position and give up on life and let that other person win. This is a time to take a stand, find your strength, find those scales and put them in balance. Because right now, the Libra scales are highly out of balance and out of tune. You really need to stand up to this person, Libra, because if not, they are going to start taking pieces of your soul. Your aura is going to start changing into this grayish black thing. You are going to be even more of a mess. Something happened to you that hurt you, that you became a full-blown perpetual victim. Straight up, you became a perpetual victim in your own mind. Nothing ever works out, everything sucks, and there's someone in your life that's saying, well, if you would have did this, if you would have did this, that kind of stuff isn't helpful. You need to tell that person straight up that if they're not going to be supportive and help you move forward, then you don't need them. Get rid of things that are no longer serving you. This has been a theme in all the readings that I've done so far for this month. This has been a recurring theme. Getting rid of things that are no longer serving you, like guilt, like shame. Those are the two main things I'm feeling for you, Libra. You have a lot of guilt and a lot of shame over some really bad situation that happened to you. It is something that already happened or is happening. I don't see it coming in the future. And again, you need to stick very close with only people that are going to help you. Call on your ancestors, your angels, your guides. Call on spirit. Call on your spirit animals. You really need a tribe at this time. You need a crew of people, whether they're blood-related, family or not. Sometimes blood isn't thicker than water. That's what I'm getting in my head. Blood is not thicker than water at this point. So maybe it's a family member who's actually doing this to you, or multiple family members. You need to stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to say no. Stop people pleasing. You are in a really bad way right now emotionally, most likely. Or you've just come through it. You've come through something like this, and you still have this person on your back, this like beast person on your back that's just trying to bring you down. This is very toxic and you need to get it out of your life. Card number 7, transmission, spreading of conditions, influence, and impact. There are those who cannot bear to be parted, and so even if one has been infected with what you would call a negative, something that is likely to create difficulties and challenges in life, or even compromise life, some would rather share the negative experience than be parted by the possibility of two separate experiences. Thus, we have a strange phenomenon. The deliberate adoption of behaviors and attitudes, and sometimes even illnesses, almost as if they are infectious, even when they are not. You have names for this in your medical worlds, and your social scientists do work on this too. Who we spend our time with, who we share our lives with, is who we are very likely to become. We are special beings, even us, and we adapt and adopt and become alike over time. It is as simple as observing that who you are with, who you spend your time with, who you choose to surround you, will have an influence on you. As your poet John Donne said, no man is an island. And so we sisters are here to tell you of the danger you are courting and the decision you must make. For you are either influencing another very strongly, or they may make a life-changing decision simply to share life with you more closely. They cannot bear to be separate and will draw closer to you through this. Or another is influencing you very strongly, and you would rather endure what some call hell than be separated by diverging experiences. For we sisters, the choice was made long ago. One of us was transformed against her wishes, but the other could not be left behind to live and die as a mortal while the other watched. In our differing natures, growing further and further apart over the years, we cannot bear to experience that, so we are together for as long as we can sustain this form. Was this the right thing for us to choose? Should we have made another creature deliberately, knowing the suffering it may bring? Perhaps we should not have, but for us, facing our lives as separate beings, one a danger to the other, was not even a consideration. For you, your choice may be easier. Think before the influence that need not be takes a little of your soul away. I literally just said this, and I've never pulled this card before. You will have someone to travel with on the journey you are undertaking. There will be friendship, laughter, and the sharing of experience. Feeling guilty for someone wanting to come with you, it is their choice and their soul's journey. Do not deny them the gift of your company simply because the road you share is tough. Surround yourself with people and ideas that you wish to be influenced by. Create an amazing support network. Guys, I've never pulled this card. I've never read it. And that's exactly what I just told you need to do. You need to get rid of this toxic person. These two sisters, one was changed against her will, so she changed the other one, knowing that it was going to bring suffering. And it doesn't have to be a sister, but somebody is still on your back, making you feel guilt and shame. And you've kind of become used to this. It could even be an abusive or controlling relationship, right? It could be an addiction, hurts, hang-ups, habits, right? To drugs, alcohol, shopping, food, whatever it may be. And you finally feel like you want to let go, but this person just keeps coming back and coming back. But every time they do, nothing changes. It's still the same old song and dance. You become the prey again. You become the guilty. You become the shamed. You need to get rid of this toxicity, this toxic person. It doesn't matter how close you are. It doesn't matter how painful it's going to be for you or for them, because anything's got to be better than this situation here with this freaking beast on your back all the time, making you feel horrible about yourself, right? And I'm getting a little wound up because this is an abusive relationship, whether it be a familial relationship, a romantic relationship, a business partnership, a boss perhaps that, you know, you have to keep your jobs, you have to keep putting up with their crap. Nothing's going to change. You're both going to be suffering even more if you stay together than if you just make the decision to stop people pleasing, to say, this is not right for me. I do not want this. I'm sorry that you're going to be hurt. I'm sorry that, you know, I'm going to be hurt. This relationship has become so toxic. This codependent relationship has become your norm. And you need to take a stand, or again, like I said, and uncannily, like this book said, you're going to lose pieces of your soul. And they're very, very hard to get back. Knowledge, study, learning, education. Can you imagine what it would be like to have a lifetime likely to stretch for over thousand of years or more to learn, to study, and discover? For this is what we vampires have, an eternity to study knowledge. The best of our kind take this miraculous opportunity to study, learn, and develop wisdom. And with this card, we can see that knowledge now seeks you. Ask yourself, what do you wish to learn? We can share what we study. When we learn, it is to fulfill our need to understand what is left of our human selves. We wish to reach a greater depth of understanding about the sensual life we lived, the cold we felt, the way in which humanity has developed, your medicine, your technology, while your nature and a part of ours is left untouched, still primal. When you receive this message from us, it is time to consider the great treasure houses of wisdom that exist in your world. It is time to step beyond being entertained by the trivial sideshow of mainstream television entertainment, to cease sleepwalking through your life and become aware of the decreasing span of your precious mortal days. Ask yourself what it is you wish to learn: a language, to paint, to think and to think well, to use your gift of the human mind. Perhaps medicine, herbalism, and other helpful sciences attract you. It is time, we say then, to know you have greater capacity to study and learn. It is time to read, explore, and learn more, live and die and experience all you wish to through the treasure of story and the treasury of knowledge that is books. This card can also indicate a need to ground your work, beliefs, or knowledge with research. It is not always enough to simply go within. Go within the souls of others too, and discover the incredible richness and potential of the human mind and expand yours too. Know that you are being called to become a student again, a true student, and follow in the long line of brilliant ones who learn so much and then pass the knowledge on again. Books will figure greatly, as will reading, research, and note-taking. There may even be lectures at which you could spy on one of your undead friends, radiating happiness that you are finally stepping into the full brilliance of your beautiful intelligence. You may feel that you are tired of study, or that you are too something, too old, too busy, too short of money to open the books of knowledge and learn. But the library of the world's wisdom is now being opened to you, and you would do well to have a disciplined approach. You will be divinely guided to find the right course to study and the best books for you to read at this time. You are always learning, and this is what makes you wise. Okay, so this literally said books, but also from what I'm getting intuitively, you're actually learning from a situation. If you decide to cut this person out of your life, to finally take a stand in this abusive toxicity that you're stuck in, this some kind of cycle. It could be addiction. It could be, like I said, a toxic romantic relationship, an abusive boss, a family member perhaps, that's just always there in your ear, just guilting and shaming you. I keep getting guilt. I keep feeling guilt and shame. Like, I don't like this feeling. You need to take a stand. And once you take a stand, an entire new world is going to open up to you. It doesn't have to be books and knowledge. Maybe you would like to write a book about your life, or you think that this is something you'd like to do in the near future. You are capable of it, but you will never, ever achieve your goals or move forward and learn the knowledge that your soul needs to learn in order for you to leave this plane. We are all here for our souls to learn a lesson, for greater knowledge and the greater good of our soul. And this is taking away pieces. Whoever this person is, you need to break this connection and break it permanently. Do not feel bad or sorry or guilty, because you're already feeling these things with this person in your life. But at least without them, you don't have someone else adding to that fear and that feeling, and you can move forward and gain a whole new knowledge of life. You can learn things about life that you never even thought possible by breaking this connection. Maybe some of you do want to go back to school. Maybe some of you do want to start a business. Maybe some of you are teachers. I mean, it could be anything. If you're in a position where you can go back to school and you want to, if there's a local library and there's something that you want to learn about and study, I would say the universe is saying now is the time to do it. You have all the tools that you need to be able to go back to school, to acquire more knowledge, to start that business, right? But not if you don't cut this tie. This is not a soul connection. This is a damned connection. A soul connection will never come in for you as long as you have this toxicity. And it's been going on for a really, really long time. This is not somebody who just came into your life. I think there is an incredibly manipulative person, who just came into your life simply because of a feeling that I'm getting that there's someone else involved with you who is feeding into this situation, who's not really helping but more hurting the situation. If you don't break that tie, I'm actually kind of concerned for you, because this is like literal abuse that we're looking at. The universe is offering you everything you've ever wanted. The simple joys in life, the simple things. To know what it's like to live without this. To be able to make up your own minds and make your own decisions and not constantly have that badger in your ear. The choice is yours, Libra, but the universe is saying, look, you break this connection, you are going to be finally free to live your own beautiful, perfect life. And the universe is offering you something big that you want. To go back to school, to start that business. Like I said, it's going to be yours very quickly after you break this toxic relationship. But I think it's going to be really hard for you to do it. And I think it's going to have to involve some kind of counseling. This has taken soul pieces, Libra. I can see it. If this message hasn't been for you, I'm getting something else I'm picking up here. It could be that you have already broken ties with somebody like this. I would be really careful that they're not trying to come back in, guilt you or shame you or whatever you, to allow them to come back in. I would shut that down real fast, because whatever you're doing in your life is going to go away the minute this person comes back. They have not changed, okay? They haven't changed at all. They're just kind of manipulating you right now and, you know, kind of whining and dining your mind. Don't be the victim, Libra. Fertility, potential, powerful creative energy, initiation energy. That's right. It doesn't have to be having a baby. Some of you, if you're not looking to get pregnant or to get someone pregnant, I would really be careful in the end of August, the month of February. But mainly what I think this is having a fertile mind, a brand new, fresh mind, because the universe is giving you the seeds to plant once you get rid of this. So you can have a fertile life, a beautiful, growing mind and life in everything you've ever wanted to accomplish. Even, like I said, the little things in life. Don't let this person back in, and you're going to have to find a way to break this connection, or you are never going to be free and or happy. I'm sorry I didn't have better news for you, Libra. Maybe it was the deck, but I really don't think so. If you'd like a personal reading with me, my email for readings will be in the description box. I hope this helped, and have your best day, have your best night. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.